Die glamorous lifestyle. Oh, yummy. Sleeping bag got absolutely soaked, so I used 10 hand warmers placed around my body, which I had in my first aid kit, which was a blessing. And it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. The whole trip from start to finish. I wish I could say something else, but I think I got food poisoning or something. But I had my first meal. I wolfed half of it. It's like some chicken thing, some military food, chicken, and it made me feel really sick, like straight away. I was like, oh. And I thought I was going to be sick, but I held it down. And I was like, oh, it's going to be alright. I just need to, it's probably nerves or something. Get through it. And then as time went on, it just got worse and worse, and I couldn't put anything else into my stomach. Except water, and even that I could only do a little bit. And I just kept thinking, it's okay, it'll pass. But I just kept wanting to sleep. I was just shutting down the whole time. I tried to wake myself up, slap myself in the face, dunk myself in the water, do whatever, but I just was like this, and my stomach, oh my God. So, but by the time I realised that this could be a complete fuck up, it was kind of a bit late. And so the entire journey I've done on some rotten flesh, or what I think it must have been that, one digested biscuit and water, the entire journey, just on that, and breath work. Thank God for that, because that gave me a little boost once in a while. But I was so faint because I couldn't get anything in my stomach, and so I didn't have any energy, and I kept thinking, oh come on, it's going to be all right. But I'm deep in, and because I'm going with such a strong wind, it's not like I can double back, and I didn't even have the energy to take off, take out the wing and do an alternative or whatever. And the thing is, and then it got worse, because I basically had my wetsuit on, and then I put my dry suit on top of that for the wind chill, just to get me through the night. And then I'd whip that off, and then I'd be in the wetsuit, and then crack on the mission. So I'd be nice and warm and hot, and that would be the best thing to wear. But I was so weak, I couldn't get it off, and so I just was like, I'm going to just have to leave it on. So I'm in that, and then obviously I've got to take a piss, right? So I've had about 4 or 5 pisses in my wetsuit, in my dry suit, because I just didn't have a choice, right? So my piss just filled up my boots to such a degree that the zips on my booties just buckled out and popped off, because there was so much pressure of all my piss welling up in my boots. And so I'm just there slopping around, or whatever you call it, in my own piss through the whole thing, and it's just so uncomfortable. And then just feeling so weak, and I just wanted to sleep. And I'd try and lie back and rest, but it was so choppy and it's such a hectic job. It was always trying to bounce me off. So unless I stayed, with it and were counterbalancing the board, I'd fall in the whole time. So I couldn't really get any sleep because I just needed to rest. Every time I had a little close eye, it would sort of give me a little bit of a boost. But fuck, so the whole journey, I was so faint and so weak. Oh man, it was a disaster. And I was so committed in, I just had to do it, but it was just so uncomfortable. And the dialogue in my brain to try and keep me awake, to try and keep me with it, oh my lord, stressful. So, and then I was going to land in a place, but the tide turned just as I was getting there, and I was like, oh thank God, I hit land and rest. The tide pushed me. I couldn't fight it, and it just pushed me along further along the coast. So I had to just keep paddling, and then not knowing when I was going to hit land again, because I couldn't really see because it was just getting dark, and to try and keep my morale up at that point. Thank God for watermelon slices. Yeah, I suppose a halibut would have been nice, but probably might not keep that down. So what a fail. What a big fail. Yo, it was uncomfortable. But what a good test. What a good test. And now I landed on this beach, which was there. And try not to destroy my stuff as I came in. Dragging this stuff up. Luckily I had a tarp. Got sleeping bag soaked because I couldn't use that. And just so weak trying to put this together and try and get changed in the wind. Terrible place to camp. The wind just straight in over the... There's nowhere else. It's just open plain, no shelter. So... Shit! Goddamn! And now I'm just fumbling through my stuff. Got to get it all together. My stomach's feeling a little bit better, but I just still don't want to eat anything. I'm still feeling weak, but I've got to pack all this stuff, get on the water, and get round the corner to a road or something, because the bags and this thing is just way too heavy to take everything. And then get on the water, get to the road, and then try and get a lift to a ferry or something. Anyway, that was my shit.